Hello there everybody and welcome to more Gen 1 battles. This time we are doing some Prime Cup matches. This time it's against both Honig and TheGameDreamer, both at the same time. And yeah, we're gonna be battling by turns, and at the end they're also gonna battle themselves. So this is the first team I'm using. Snorlax, brother, I have Rapidash, and Lapras. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Try to keep it not too up there, but you know, decent team. So first opponent is gonna be Honig. So let's see how it goes. Let's see what Pokemon he's gonna decide to use. He named himself Hogan because he said that he's too used to theme battles, so he's acting like he's Hogan. So there you go. He's gonna lead with Arcanine. Arcanine, one of his main event Pokemon in our last matches. He's gonna hit us with that Fire Blast. Luckily for us, it didn't score the burn, as I just went for Amnesia right away, more like a defensive move. He's gonna miss his next Fire Blast. We went for Body Slam. We didn't score the Paralysis. And Snorlax looking strong. He's gonna go for Body Slam. Luckily we can't get paralyzed because we are normal. We are normal type. Normal types don't get paralyzed. So here comes the big Hyper Beam. But at that range of HP, he would have needed a crit. But the Body Slam is also not enough to finish off the Arcanine. So luckily he had to recharge, and the Snorlax will stand tall. So our first Pokemon down. In comes the Machamp. The Machampion is back. Yeah, at that range of HP, I didn't want it to keep Snorlax. Just in case I survived, I would have exploded, but yeah. We don't play games with Machamp. Machamp is a pro. So there you go. Now in comes the Lapras, and the Blizzard will miss. He's gonna go for Body Slam. That's not good, but luckily he didn't score the Paralysis. In comes the Blizzard, which this time is gonna hit. It's gonna make up for that miss, scoring the crit. And his second Body Slam is still not gonna score the Paralysis, so Lapras is looking strong there. So just gonna go for yeah, Thunderbolt. Not gonna risk the Blizzard missing, and now it's all up to his last Pokemon, which is the Articuno, and he's gonna go for Reflect. I don't know what he was expecting, so I'm gonna go for Blizzard next. It's neutral because it's Articuno. And there's the Double Edge, which still doesn't do much. Against Lapras. Lapras in Gen 1 completely, absolutely walls Articuno. He's gonna go for Rest, but I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's have some fun here. You're gonna try to rest, right? So I'm gonna send in my Rapidash, which is my third Pokemon that he hasn't seen yet, right? I think you guys can smell what I'm about to do. I'm gonna set up an Agility. And after setting up an Agility, he's gonna wake up, and then I'm gonna be like, you woke up, go back to sleep, al carrer, Horn Drill, and it's a one-hit KO. Bam! So, yeah, that's the first match against Honig, and now we're gonna move on to game 2, which is gonna be against the TheGameDreamer. I was gonna use the same team, but Dreamer was like, since we were watching each other, he was like, you should probably change your team because I already know your stuff. I'm like, sure, okay. So it's a chance, it's an opportunity to what? To get yourself a Dragonite. That's the chance that we've been all waiting for. So we have a Dragonite again, so let's move on. We also have Gengar and Urgent. So let's see what the TheGameDreamer has. So he's gonna lead with a Rapidash. He also had a Rapidash. He has his Uber right there. And I'm like, okay, Dreamer, I know you're lucky, but I wanna gamble. It's time to gamble. Time to go for that Hypnosis. Let's see if we can actually hit this time. And if we put this thing to sleep, it could help us a lot. Because you know how Rapidash can, you know, just agility and do dirty things. I know he doesn't run. Normally Dreamer doesn't run when hit KO moves. I usually do those things only against Honig, but yeah, it's actually allowed. It's actually allowed in this format. But you know what else is allowed? Evasion moves. But guess what? We hate that stuff. We hate it. So we don't use them because it's cheap and unfair. There are 10,000s of millions of tactics that you can use. Don't rely on from that garbage. But anyways, first Hypnosis will miss, he will hit us with the Fire Blast. Gengar took it well due to his decent special stats in Gen 1. I was like, okay, you know what? Let's go for it again. And we end up missing once again. There's the Fire Blast, which isn't missing for Dreamer. I'm like, okay, this is not looking good. The third Hypnosis, third time the charm. And I'm like, okay, let's, should I go for an attack? Should I switch? I decided to switch out, because Persian can crit with Slash, can also hit him with a Bubble Beam if he wants, but he ended up switching too. He ended up switching into his Dugtrio. And I'm like, should I Slash? Should I Bubble Beam? Let's go for Slash, it will crit, it's stab, it will do more damage to this Dugtrio. Problem is, Dugtrio is fast as heck, so he can crit you to oblivion. That's the advantage of using a Pokemon like Dugtrio. I still remember an old battle I had, I believe against Cheese Master, in Gen 1. He critted the heck out of me with this thing. I stood absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. Because that's how it goes. When you have a fast Pokemon, that's what you should expect. Dreamer is thinking. That's see, this is the difference between Dreamer and Honig. Honig makes instant moves. I make instant moves, but Dreamer has to read, I don't know, 2 books of Harry Potter or something like that, and then he decides to make a move. But it's all good. So at the end of the day, he's gonna decide to switch out into his Rapidash. The usual crits from Slash. Rapidash is still asleep. I'm like, Hyper Beam, Bubble Beam? I don't know. Stick to Slash? Stick to Slash, let's be safe. Plus we're faster. And Rapidash is still sleeping. So just another Slash will finish him off, and that's a huge, massive threat out of the way! We got rid of the Rapidash. And now his last Pokemon is the Superstar! I'm like, uh-oh, this is not good, because if this thing has an Ice Beam, and then... yeah. We have to rely on Persian. I decided to go for Thunderbolt, even though it's super effective, it didn't do much. I was like, okay, actually, we should go for Slash. Maybe it's gonna do more, but he has the Hydro Pump, the Stab Hydro Pump, which is gonna be a 2-hit KO. Actually, never mind. It's a single 1-hit KO, because he got a crit, the usual crit. I'm like, okay, Starmie will just kill the Gengar instantly. All we can do is go into Dragonite and pray that he doesn't have the Ice Beam. And maybe by some miracle we survive because we're Dragonites. Because you just gotta get yourself a Dragonite. Get yourself a Dragonite, sir. He wants for Thunder Wave and I'm gonna go for Agility. All we can do is believe. If you have a Dragonite, all you can do is cross your fingers, believe, and yeah, fully paralysis right there. Hydro Pump will miss, and now in comes the time. Now's the time to wrap. Have him low in health until he's in range for that massive Hyper Beam. So only hit twice this time, then we're gonna miss, then he's gonna go for the Hydro Pump, which pretty much confirms that he doesn't have the Ice type attack. We're gonna miss Wrap, he's gonna hit another Hydro Pump, and he's gonna score another crit. Okay, we are fighting against the Game Dreamer. We have to believe against all the hacks in the world. And now I am pretty sure that after this second Wrap, he's gonna be in the range of our Hyper Beam. So guys, get yourself a Dragonite. Get yourself a Dragonite and believe. That's all you can do. The Wrap is still going. It's not gonna end yet, I believe. Now it's gonna end, yes. And now we don't get fully paralyzed. We don't miss. Hyper Beam, Alcarer, get yourself a Dragonite. Let's turn this table and let's win this match. Dugtrio is faster, but never mind. We do have an agility up. I was like, okay, Surf, Hyper Beam, or Wrap. He's at full HP. I don't want to risk anything. So let's risk the Wrap, so we can wrap this battle. No? Okay, I'll stop. Anyways, we luckily managed to hit. And yeah, it's still going. We need more damage, a little more damage, so we can actually finish him off with the Hyper Beam. I wasn't sure at that range of HP. I don't do damage calculators, because that's for tryhards. So I decided just to be a man and do it, and it was enough, because all you can do is get yourself a Dragonite. And that's about it. That's about it. So that's the second game. Me against Honig, then me against the Game Dreamer. Now it's time for the third match, which is gonna be something you guys have never seen on this channel. It's gonna be the Game Dreamer versus Honig. So right now we are watching Honig's Game Boy. This is not my Game Boy, this is Honig's. So he has a Machamp, he has an Articuno, and he has an Arcanine. So this should be interesting. The first time ever that I'm actually not being involved in a match. I'm just a commentator. Okay? So let's see. We have Hogan, which is Honig, against the TheGameDreamer, Alex. Let's see how this goes. And let's see here. So Dreamer is gonna decide to, yeah, keep the same team. He's gonna lead with his Rapidash, as Honig is gonna lead with his Arcanine. So we have the two legends, one Uber and one legend against each other. Two fire types, fire against fire. Let's see how it goes. We are watching Honig's screen, so Arcanine is gonna try to go for that Body Slam to paralyze the Rapidash. That's exactly what I would have done, because you need the Rapidash paralyzed. If not, problems. Big problems. And as usual, Dreamer taking his sweet time, and we'll see what he's gonna decide to do. So he's also actually gonna go for Body Slam, and neither of them is actually gonna score the paralysis. So in the comments, let me know, who do you want to win? Dreamer? Honig? You tell me. Anyways, let's see. Arcanine will go right away for that Hyper Beam, but Rapidash will survive with a Sliver. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just crazy. Rapidash. That's why it's called an Uber. Because, yeah, it just gets the job done. It gets the job done. It survived that big Hyper Beam. So, another Body Slam from the Rapidash will score the crit, but it didn't score the paralysis. So that's gonna give the edge to Manu, the Honig. And there you go. Next we have the Starmie, which is gonna make the appearance. There's the Articuno. But yeah, I feel like Starmie is gonna be a big problem here for Honig, because yeah, he doesn't have much against it. Water types completely stop Articuno in Gen 1. That's the only bad thing about it, since he has a massive special stat. And his last Pokemon is Machamp, which unfortunately can't do much against Psychic types. So I believe that the TheGameDreamer has an edge over here, but we'll see. You never know. Arcanine is low in health, Starmie is fast, Machamp. With that moveset it's gonna be difficult. I would go for Body Slam trying to paralyze it, but let's see how it goes. But the Starmie also went for Thunder Wave. And yeah, the Body Slam didn't score the paralysis. So there's the Hydro Pump. Starmie doing that big damage with that stab Hydro Pump. Oh my goodness, that's a crit. That's a damn crit, and Machamp got paralyzed. Oh my god, the TheGameDreamer's luck showing up again. The Earthquake didn't score the paralysis. The Starmie survived. The Hydro Pump doesn't miss. Wow, Starmie was a bit too much this match. Arcanine, low in health, slower. Doesn't have the extreme speed in this gen, so it's gonna be the game for Dreamers. So hope you guys enjoyed. GG's to everybody, have fun, and I'll